Hi, I'm Sheilaa Hite, world-class astrologer, tarot master, spellcaster, medium, and all-around magical being. And I'm here today to talk to you about this week's astrology. It's going to be quite a week. I've said that for a while, and that's because it's been quite a week for a while. This week, we're going to experience the planets Mars, which is how we take action, how we get things done, and Venus, which is our value planet and our relationship planet. And we're going to watch them come together. We call that conjunct, come together with the planet Pluto. Pluto is the higher octave or the higher expression of Mars energy. And so we're going to watch them do something that they have not all three done in over 200 years. When something that major happens, it signals the beginning of a new era. And we already know that we're in a new era. All kinds of weird and wild things are happening. We're seeing conflicts like crazy. We're also seeing treaties and cooperations. We're seeing a lot happen with our electronics. It seems to me to be, and has been for a while, but really it's increased, a permanent Mercury retrograde time. So not only do we have the scheduled Mercury retrogrades, but we seem to be having additional or continual Mercury retrograde energy. It's very strange, it's very weird, and it's also very enlightening, and it's very energizing. So let's see what the specifics are for this week. So we start with Monday. Monday, Mars, the planet of aggression, the planet of how we get things done, the planet of passion, the planet of conflict. Mars enters the sign Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of the individual's rights, of the uniqueness of life. It's the sign of friends and the sign of like-minded people working together for the progress of a world. It's also the sign of divine insight. So Mars is going to come together in Aquarius, and this is telling us that there's a desire and an increased desire for individual rights, human rights, an increased desire for human rights and social evolution. This is extremely important. And you need to be honest with yourself and courageous with yourself about what is right. Not only what is right for you, but what is right for us as a whole. Then on Tuesday, we have the planet Venus. Venus ruling balance, Venus ruling relationships, ruling women, Venus ruling value, especially self-value. Venus is going to be in a sextile aspect with Neptune. Sextile is an opportunity aspect, meaning that Venus and Neptune have to both consciously decide they want to work together in order for the blend to have meaning. Neptune is the planet of the higher octave of love, the higher aspect of love. It's the planet of the spirit and the soul coming together and working for the higher good. Neptune is also the planet of illusion, creativity, and self-delusion. You do not want to get caught up in self-delusion. With Venus, what we like, coming together with the planet of what I'd like it to be no matter what, we have to be very careful that we're not fooling ourselves and we're not tricked into being fooled by others. We also, with Venus sextile Neptune, have to be aware that here is an opportunity where we can create more peace and more love in a meaningful manner on this planet. Less I and thou and more us. So then we have on Tuesday at the same time, Mars, the planet of how we take action, coming together, conjunct the planet Pluto, the higher octave. I call Pluto the older brother of Mars because it's an older, higher, more wise expression of this phenomenal energy. So this is a volatile combination. Mars is the planet of action, passion, conflict, and the coming together for all kinds of reasons, some good and not good. Pluto is the planet of transformation, of deep healing, of ultimate truth, and of death and rebirth. And together with Mars and Pluto in the sign of Aquarius, and Aquarius is the sign of the humanitarian, the social progress, and uniqueness for its own sake. It's also the sign of rebellion. Mars, in this case, will be representing the ego and personal will. So the ego and personal will are going to come together with Pluto, which symbolizes divine will and our alignment with higher purpose, higher forces. This is a time to say, I know my ego is telling me what to do and how to do it and when to do it and with whom. However, what is for the higher good? Because Pluto is the great healer, and we must bring everything together, surrender our egos in order for the great healer can move us as a world, as a society, can move us forward. Our mission at this time with Mars conjunct Pluto is to channel the urge to reform and renovate our lives into healing, life-affirming ways and means. Friday, we have the planet Venus entering the sign Aquarius. Well, as I said before, Venus is about love. It's about love for self, love for others. It's about love of the balance and equilibrium that makes life work. So when Venus enters Aquarius on Friday, we have to be careful about many things. Venus loves what it loves. Aquarius loves freedom. Venus and Aquarius loving freedom. We have to understand that freedom is a big, big word, and it carries a big, big responsibility. Each of us was created to be free. Now what we have to do is be responsible to that and make sure that others have the opportunity to enjoy the same thing. So there's a way or a sense when Venus is together with Aquarius that there is an attraction to other cultures, other races, other religions, other types. So in other words, be open to love. Be open to love wherever it comes from. Be open to balance. Be open to helping and being helped, no matter what. Friday also we have the planet Mercury, the planet of communication, planet of how we gather and process information. We have that making a square, an abrasive aspect to its higher octave, Uranus. Uranus is the planet of anything can and probably will, but we don't know how to predict it, happen. So just be aware that we can find ourselves gathering and processing information in new or unconventional ways. Be open to new. Mercury square Uranus, communications and plans may not go as expected, but ultimately we'll find out that they always go the way they need to go. So there can be, and you need to be aware of this, heightened nervous energy and or anxiety. Ground yourself. It's essential. Wear ankle weights. On Saturday, we have Venus, the planet of love and relationships and value, coming together with Pluto. Again, Venus coming together with Pluto and Mars coming together with Pluto. This is the first time in over 200 years that these three planets have come together. So Venus together with Pluto, Venus conjunct Pluto, what we love and or value. Venus, what we love and or value, conjunct Pluto, what others love and or value, coming together. This is a great opportunity for peace. It's always up to you, but now it's really up to you. This is a great opportunity to respect others' beliefs, to respect your own, of course, and to respect others. Doing so will not negate yours. Doing so will not make theirs more important or higher than yours. Doing so balances everyone's. This is a great time for respect and cooperation, and it insists with Venus conjunct Pluto that we move beyond our need to control. Very important. This is a time when I will ask you, please, refrain from acting out of jealousy, out of anger, out of spite, and out of greed. Because if you refrain from any of those, you refrain basically from all of the things that cause so many problems on our planet. This is a time of great personal honesty and personal intimacy in our relationships with ourselves and with others. So be aware that passions will run high. Passion is an energy. It's a usable energy. As our passions run high, know that you can use that energy any way you choose, as long as you are not coming from your ego and you are coming from the higher level. And on Sunday, the sun leaves the sign Aquarius and enters the sign Pisces. Pisces is the sensitive, the intuitive, the creative. So we are going to enter into a month-long period of really trusting ourselves to speak and live from our own inner creative spiritual truth. Pisces says intuition will be strong. Spirituality and compassion will be strong. Selflessness and sensitivity are the key energies at this time. Let all of these, intuition, spirituality, selflessness, spirituality, I said that again before, compassion, and all of the things that create the sensitive us, and allow this time to express itself and allow ourselves to receive the healing and the joy that comes with receiving the best. This is the last month of the astrological year. So we are going to have this will be our third official new year of 2024. We had January 1st, we had Lunar New Year over the weekend, and we're going to have about probably the 18th, 17th or 18th, we're going to have the sun go into Pisces. So that by the time we get to the end of that in March, we will have the third new year of the year. Prepare for it by going through but letting go of what is no longer viable for you. And by that, old beliefs, old thoughts, old relationships, old shoulds, old regrets, let it go. Please let it go. So allow yourself to release the past and prepare to welcome the new. And so I urge you, start thinking in terms of making moon water. Remember that I offer the moon water cup. You can go to my website, SheilaHite.com, and find out how to order it and then order it. And again, this week, the key quote, the key phrase, the key thing to remember is, in a world where you can be anything, please be kind.